everyone, my name is Sydney and today we are going to be discussing the first book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series, The Lightning Thief by Riordan. And I'm so excited to go into depth about this book because I haven't read this book since high school. I remember a group of my friends were incredibly obsessed with the movie adaptation, which is probably not what you want to hear because the movie adaptations sucked. Me and my friends are super obsessed because the actor who played Percy was Logan Lerman, and I think to this day I still have the biggest crush on Logan Lerman. His voice, and he's just so sweet looking. Just, oh my god. We loved Greek mythology back in school and it has been so wonderful to dive back into it. Especially, I actually only read the first book in the series. I was occupied with a lot of other books, so I didn't end up finishing the series, but I have set myself a goal. So we are in October now, which, oh my god, I can't believe we're in fucking October, but I have set myself a goal to complete the entire series of Percy Jackson this month. I'm probably definitely gonna break that goal, but there's only 5 books. They're not that long and they're fucking great. So Sydney, I believe in you. Let's do it. Let's read the whole series. Anyway, so for those of you who don't know what The Lightning Thief is about, we follow our main character, Percy Jackson, who I fucking adore. And Percy Jackson is basically finding out that he's a demigod, which means he's half human and half god. His father is one of the great gods. And I'm not going to tell you who that god is because I think it would be great for you to go in finding out yourself because it makes it so much more fun. And basically what happens is Zeus's lightning bolt, the big Zeus, his lightning bolt was stolen and Percy Jackson has been sent on a quest to retrieve it. I guess I will say no more. I loved this book because it was jam-packed with action and I felt like I was learning so much about mythology. I know Natasha, if she's watching this, she's gonna be so proud. So I think we'll just go straight into it. If you haven't read this book, go read it, come back and we can talk. But if you have, then you're ready for the spoilers. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Where do I even fucking begin? Because this book was filled with stuff. I guess let's just start off with Percy. I love Percy so much and I really think that Riordan did a fantastic job of enabling his character to grow. You can really see the way he develops, his love for his mother, wanting to save her from death even though we find out she's not even dead. You start this book off thinking that Percy Jackson has dyslexia and ADHD, but we find out that he actually shouldn't be diagnosed with these things because he's actually just a demigod, which is fucking sick. We also have the character Annabeth within this book, which I really loved because she's very stubborn but very wise. I also really like how Annabeth can go invisible. Annabeth is the daughter of Athena within this book. She's calling Percy seaweed brain and he is calling her wise girl. I really hope that something happens there. But in saying that, I'm actually really glad there was no romance. It was just friendship based. There was a lot more focus on the plot. I think definitely my favorite scene that happened in this book was when they met Medusa. I thought that was so brilliantly carved of them going into a gnome garden, seeing all these statues of people and animals, and Auntie M, who is Auntie M, who is Medusa, and how she wanted to take a picture of the kids. Snakes' hair, how that will petrify them and leave them as statues. In order for them to win, they had to not face Medusa. They had to have their eyes closed or look in mirrors to chop off her head. And I really loved the moment when Percy did, how they sent back the head to the gods, to his father. But then how at the end of the book we get this parallel. Medusa's head was posted back to his home and how his mother had the choice of using it on Gabe, Smelly Gabe, which I thought was so fucking funny. It is so fucking awesome that he's the son of Poseidon. Earthshaker, Stormbringer, father of horses, hail Perseus Jackson, son of the sea god. Poseidon has claimed him as his son with the trident above his head. I love that. There were just so many epic moments when when Percy was given a pen which then forms into his sword that he uses in battle, how he'll never lose it, it will always be with him. And the moment where he discovered that he can actually control the water around him. I had made water shoot out of the bathroom fixtures. I didn't understand how, but the toilets had responded to me. I had become one with the plumbing. When he uses it to create a massive wave. When he versus Eris, which is the main god we should talk about within this book, because as we read this book, we are told the prophecy that a friend is going to betray Percy. And as we read it, I was thinking, it can't be Annabeth, because that would just be like too easy. Whole thing, don't trust the gifts you're given. And that made me think about the backpack that Eris gives. Found out at the end of the book that it was Luke. I thought that it was very strange. The shoes that Luke gifted Percy, which Grover ended up wearing, in the bit at the end when they are visiting Hades, which is also fucking sick. The shoes go AWOL and are trying to lure Grover closer and closer to that pit, which has Kronos inside it. I'm so excited because I know there's going to be so much more on Kronos in the next couple books within this series, and when we end up meeting him as he's growing and as he's becoming stronger and healing, the king of the Titans, it's going to be fucking epic. Luke had given Percy these shoes. Luke was caught. So that made it really interesting. The lightning bolt ended up in the backpack and Percy was thinking to himself that, oh, my bag is so much heavier now, what the fuck? But just kept walking. Like, at the end of this book, we got to be face to face with Zeus and Poseidon, the brothers, and it was just so awesome to see, but also definitely super tragic because the relationship between Poseidon and Percy is so fragmented. There isn't this nurturing side that he has with his mother. Another god we met was Hades, and I thought that whole scene with the underworld was very dark and mysterious. I thought it was really interesting that the lightning bolt was not the only thing that was stolen. The whole scene where Eris wanted Percy to retrieve his shield, just how it was all set up was hilarious, and I really loved that that chapter was called God Buys Us Cheeseburgers. My brother asked me if I wanted anything from McDonald's like 5 minutes before I started reading that chapter, and it was just so relevant. The way the cameras were on them, live streaming this whole thing because they wanted to catch Eris in the act with Aphrodite, but instead they caught Annabeth with Percy. It was very awkward. But also, I'm pretty sure that Annabeth pocketed Aphrodite's scarf of love, so I wonder if that scarf will return. The whole scene where they ended up in Vegas, playing games, not sleeping for like 3 days, was insane. There was a choice given to them that they could stay and spend the rest of their life playing games. Like, how fucking great does that sound? You check in and you stay forever. They have to fucking wake up and get out of there. I definitely think with this book there were chapters that could have been cut out. For example, I thought the journey with the zebra and the lion being in that truck was a bit unnecessary. I also really think that they could have kept out the whole scene with the beds, stretching Annabeth and Grover. I just thought it was unnecessary. That scene definitely didn't need to be there. I guess on that note, I will just say that I'm obsessed with Percy Jackson and I love him, and I'm so excited for this journey that we are going on. I'm really excited to see where this series goes because it really can go anywhere. The Titans, Kronos, and interweaving with a lot more different gods that we haven't met yet. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the first book in the Percy Jackson series. I'll see you in my next video. I'm going to go now. So as usual, bye!